Hey, this is Aiti and Apurva this side, and today we're going to talk about Ben Shneiderman, who is an American computer scientist. Born in New York, Shneiderman attended the Bronx High School of Science and received a BS in Mathematics and Physics from the City College of New York in 1968. He then went on to study at the State University of New York at Stony Brook, where he received an MS in Computer Science in 1972 and graduated with a PhD in 1973. He is a distinguished university professor in the University of Maryland Department of Computer Science and the founding director of the University of Maryland Human-Computer Interaction Lab. He conducted fundamental research in the field of human-computer interaction, developing new ideas, methods, and tools such as the direct manipulation interface and his 8 rules of design. Some of his distinguished works include the Nazi-Shneiderman diagram, in 1973 article, Flowchart Techniques for Constructed Programming, presented at the 1973 SIP Plan meeting, Isaac Nazi and Shneiderman argued, with the advent of constructed programming and the go-to-less programming, a method is needed to model computation in simply ordered structures, each representing a complete thought possibly defined in terms of other thoughts as yet undefined. A model is needed which prevents unrestricted transfers of control and has a controlled structure closer to languages enabled to structured programming. We present an attempt at such a model. The new model techniques for structured programming they presented has become known as the Nazi-Shneiderman diagram, a graphical representation of the design of structured software. Coming to the craft of information visualization, readings and reflections. In 2003, Ben Benderson and Shneiderman co-authored the book The Craft of Information Visualization, Readings and Reflections. Included in Chapter 8, Theories for Understanding Information Visualization in this book are 5 goals of theories for HCI practitioners and researchers, which read, the typical goal of theories are to enable practitioners and researchers to describe objects and actions in a consistent and clear manner to enable cooperation, explain processes to support education and training, predict performance in normal and novel situations so as to increase the chances of success, prescribe guidelines, recommended best practices and caution about dangers, generate novel ideas to improve research and practice. These goals are frequently taught in courses in human-computer interaction and cited in works by authors such as Vivian Rogers, etc. Coming to taxonomy of directive dynamics for visual analysis, in 2012, Jeffrey Heer and Shneiderman co-authored the article Interactive Dynamics for Visual Analysis in Association for Computing Machinery Q, Volume 10, Number 2. Included in this article is a taxonomy of interactive dynamics to assist researchers, designers, analysis, educators, and students in evaluating and creating visual analysis tools. The taxonomy consists of 12 task types grouped into 3 high-level categories. Coming to the designing of the user interface, in 1986, he published the first edition, now on its 6th edition, of his book, Designing the User Interface, Strategies for Effective Human-Computer Interaction. Included in this book are his most popular list of 8 golden rules of interface design, which read, strive for consistency. Consistent sequences of actions should be required in similar situations. Enable frequent users to use shortcuts. As the frequency of user increases, so do the users desire to reduce the number of interactions. Offer informative feedback. For every operator action, there should be some system feedback. Design dialogue to yield closure. Sequence of actions should be organized into groups with beginning, middle, and the end. Offer simple error handling. Permit easy reversal of actions. Support internal locus of control. And reduce short-term memory load. These guidelines are frequently taught in courses on human-computer interaction. Coming to the direct manipulation interface, Schneider's cognitive analysis of user needs led to principle of directive manipulation interface design in 1982. Continuous representation of the objects and actions, rapid incremental and reversible actions, and physical actions and gestures to replace typed commands, which enable designers to craft more effective graphical user interface. He applied those principles to design innovative user interface, such as the highlighted selectable phrases in text that were used in commercially successful hypotheses, which was used to author the world's first electronic scientific journal issue, which was in July 1988. The July 1988 issue of the Communication of the ACM, with 7 papers from 1986 Hypertext Conference, it was made available as a floppy disk accompanying the printed journal. Tim Berners-Lee cited the disk as the source for his hot spots in spring 1989 manifesto for World Wide Web. Thank you. Hey, this is Aiti and Apurva this side, and